Hello, fellow survey team. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners. Episode 19. Did this become a loveboat? You know what just occurred to me? How absolutely dangerous a tantrum can be in space if they like bash a wall and the wall blows out and they, you know, they depressurize a ship. Like, I can see that happening 100%. Or they bash something that's explosive and then that explosive thing goes boom. There's a whole bunch of ways that can end, like, horrifically. Alright. Operation Carpet Strip. Almost done. You had to arrest upon before breaking one of the extenders? Yeah, they're coded to target, like, important things. And they don't care. They will absolutely sabotage your ship if given the chance. Punch a whole stack. I mean, it's one of the... I mean, I don't use the deep stack mod, but I do find it amusing that when people do use the deep stack mod, I've heard, like, horrors of people having, like, deep stacked shells or deep stacked advanced components or something like that getting bashed and, like, losing a massive stack of it. It's like, yep, that'll happen. Great. She's in a daze. Nowhere near the ship. So we're stuck here until I either arrest her or she snaps out. But I think everything that I wanted to strip up from the station is stripped. There's no more interesting floors yet left to take. There is still wood left in furniture, but I don't really care about that so much. Then Glitch is almost in a stupor too. I do have a no drugs policy, which I was administering manually, but I might want to do some sort of like automatic drugs policy at some point. So let's... I already had that. Let's put everyone on a social drugs to try to self-manage, because I don't really have a source of drugs. But I'm worried that we'll have more mental breaks coming. Oh! Yeah, she just wandered into the turrets. What a moron! Your name, we should rename you Bad. B-A-D-E. Help's coming. But you really can't fix stupid, can you? Well, you'll be knocked out due to blood loss. Come on, Hunter Trap. Can you play along, please? Hunter Trap! Frickin' wake up! Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, Glitch! Now's not the time to screw this up! Imagine being in such a mental break that you just, like, get shot unconscious. Also, why'd you have raw meat in you? Concern. Well, she snapped out of it by getting shot a dozen times. The 50-cent mental break. Good news is we'll be able to leave sooner, because I have quests expiring. Oh, hello. Yeah. We won't be leaving right now. Snag the 5 phone pups. That's not a bad idea. I'll snag a few of them. Alright, I'll accept this quest with like 1 hour left. I know that it gives you a larger window than that to do. Ooh, and cargo pods? Nothing like yayo smashing through the ceiling. Yayo! It's the calling card of yayo. So you have to scream it like that. Just trust me, it's a thing. New lovers, Runloth and Turtle. Alright. No, not Turtle and Glitch. So we have 2 couples. Good progress. The defending the scanner expires in 19 days. The plan is we're going to do the bounty for Brown and then go to the scanner. Or maybe that will be up to you. But the bounty for Brown expires in 50 days. And then the defending the scanner is over here. So likely what it's going to look like is we're going to go from here to some tile as close to the bounty as possible in the tropical rainforest to top up our food, and then to the bounty, and then to the next, task. You like the shade of blue for the carpet? Thanks. I'm trying to, make it look like the great vast sky or something that you would see on a planet. All right, the components are almost all mined up, and then once they're mined up, I'm gonna get out of here. Bionic replacements are done. Besides recon armor, I have a hard time. I don't think anything's better than recon armor right now, so I'm going to go for recon armor. Wasn't Glitch an aesthetic room type? No, Klein is. But Klein is in a couple, so he can't benefit from it. Well, he could, but like the other person would, subsequently suffer as a result. Hospitals would be nice as well. We do have some pretty quality medicine, which is why I don't think it's as urgent. Quest active, Awoken Soldiers. Oh, even more soldiers with a unique legendary weapon. I do like those quests a lot. I won't lie. How many, and we'll stick a popper here. Then another popper here. That should be pretty good. Okay. As far as I know, we are all set to fly, so let's get flying. Expected quality? Quite high. And that is actually without the implants. We will be making the pilot assistant implant soon, so like I'm pretty happy to say that soon we won't have crashes. Of ancient weapons, what would I prefer to find? Charge rifles would be really nice. I think the greatest threat to us is like big mechanoids. So weapons that are effective against big mechanoids would be beneficial. I am actually planning on landing near here and using our shuttle to trade with them. So let's try to find like a muffalo habitat. Muffalos are kind of annoying to hunt. Some habitat around here that has a lot of animals. I could do the muffalos if I did group hunting. I'll just, whatever. I'll just do it. Is this too close to the... Yeah, where was that muffalo habitat? Oh, increase animal life and deer habitat. That works better. But that's too close to Hatla, so don't do that. I don't want to piss them off. I'm assuming the muffalo habitat would be too close as well. It doesn't need to be that close, because shuttles are very fuel efficient for their speed. Come on, just some easy habitat around here. Plant life. I don't think I can search. No, I can't search for habitat. Bluebird, sunny. Maybe in the tropical rainforest. The reason I was avoiding the tropical rainforest is like you get super sick in tropical rainforests. Often, like their levels of sickness, illness are much higher. Rhino habitat. Okay, what the hell? Just like, come on, game. Is there a habitat in the grasslands? On the other side? I might be trying too hard. I'll just settle anywhere. Fertile. Mixed. Headwater. Well, I wouldn't want that. Time for a flood. This purple is a lava field. It'd be the last place I would want to go to. Oh, you're probably just asking what it was. Yeah, it's a lava field. You know what? I'm doing that deer habitat, and I'll just, like, make it up to Hatla. By giving them free stuff. Got fed up with clicking. Got gold here. That's awesome. Probably going to settle somewhere around here. Maybe I can even plant some dyes. I could have actually parked it so that the fertile soil was directly in my engine room, so that it was like a protected farm. But I don't think that's really all that necessary. And we had no crashes. Awesome. So, Puig, I want you to start, oops, to growing dye. I still want to dye the exterior of my ship that same green color. So we'll queue that up. Unrestricted for everybody, and then glitch. Line. Good. Good needs a weapon. Turtle. Take off those suits. And then good, your SMG is here. Current priority is stock up on chem, fuel, and food. Pretty straightforward. Oh, good. Donned a shield belt. Other changes we can make. The chemgens should be chimneys again. Because it's hot out so we don't want the chem gens to heat us up. One thing I really like about this Grav Ship generator is it puts the entire ship in, it puts the entire ship under its shield range, so I can protect the entire ship. Oh my god, there's so many. How many deer are? Holy moly! Whamby Bambi. That is a lot of deer. New lovers, glitching good. Oh my lord, are people Yep, alright, sure. When did this become Loveboat? Holy hell. I guess they're mourning the loss, but this is really, really weird because Glitch is now in love with his wife's sister? Yeah. I'm sure that happens a lot. It just doesn't make me... It's a little wee bit heebie-jeebie. Especially if I, like, work towards resurrecting her. That gets even more heebie-jeebie. There we go. There's an excellent bed. So, Glitch, don't go to sleep yet. We are retrofitting this room to accommodate the both of you. It's going to be a real stupid room. I'm not gonna... I'll fix it more later. At some point, I want to expand the ship to be better about that. So good, you sleep in here. And I guess, Pierogi, you have your own, like, room for now. Why not? Wondering if there's... Nope. No plasteel. Uranium? Oh, there's uranium here. Awesome. That's going to be helpful. Does group ideology prevent multiple wives? I don't have ideology. I don't... the only DLC I have enabled right now is Odyssey. Oh, wow. We're already ready to launch? That was fast. I do, however, need a boatload of chem fuel. So we're not really going anywhere until I really top up. Because the plan is to go up to this bounty for Brown, on our next hop. And there's... I don't want to have to spend a lot of time up there going for chem fuel. Alright, so this is, I could fix this bedroom up more, but, like, this is all I'm gonna do for now. Especially given the rate at which people, like, fall in and out of relationships on this boat. I'm not gonna put much more effort into it than what you see here. So one of the other plans that I have is, getting tons and tons and tons of plain leather, and then bringing it over to Hatla. Some of it is as a gift, to ask for forgiveness for settling too close to them, and some of it is just like straight trade with our shuttle. And what you can do, one of the wonderful things about the shuttle is you can just keep loading things in. So if I wanted to, what I could do is, let's say, all of the pigskin, leather, and heavy fur that we have, I'll keep the heavy fur, but all the pigskin and plain leather we have so far, load up, but I don't have to launch it. I can just keep loading it up as we acquire it. No. Is your character male or female? You are female. 38-year-old female. A Balkans trader coming overhead. Oh, well that kind of changes things, doesn't it? Because now we have another trade partner. Potentially. So I'll have Ruinloth come back to the ship for that. This is the Traders Guild, and I wouldn't mind befriending them either. So I'm actually going to consider gifting a whole lot to them. I forgot that I need to do the surgery. Seeing that long, good reminder. Alright, so we gave a big gift. Do you have anything sexy for me? Gravelite panels, but I'm good for now. Books that I don't really care about. Yeah, dyes? If I want to get a head start on dyeing the ship? Guess that couldn't hurt. They have cloth that I could buy in bulk for the carpets, but I'm sure I'm going to get more opportunities to get that. The fox is being auto-tended, so he's fine. There we go. Just a little bit of dye. So 43 units of dye. 3, 4, 5, 6. The outer doors that I have for the ship, these ones, I want to become auto doors. So I'm not going to dye those because I'm going to replace them. In fact, I'll do that now. I'm going to make them plasteel auto doors. I think that's the right call. And then once they're made, we'll dye them up. So for those that don't remember, the teal or the pastel green color represents armor. That is essentially the color of ship armor. So the green parts here are uranium grav hulls, which are sturdy. That way it stays color-coded. And I think this is all uranium as well. Yep. And that's why we wanted the dye. Nice ship color coding. The fox not only was tended, is immune. I saw the question, but yeah. If you give a bed for a fox, it's like, it's fine. They almost never succumb. Animal illnesses are a lot easier to recover from than human ones. The other thing we can buy from Hotla is dyes, too, once we go over there. So I'm going to keep hunting. And then we'll ship on over there and see what there is to trade. But I like our little pastel boat. Like it a lot. Did we get the uranium? Oh, there's an ancient danger here. Oh, I'm going to want to do that too. There's the possibility of like Resmec serum or something really important in the ancient danger. So I'm glad I had noticed that. I hadn't actually panned down that way. Good to know. It's funny that everyone in our ship is in couples. Just by chance. I guess with that in mind, wouldn't be a terrible idea to install a light in here and then like treat this as like a prison or something. We can capture people or whatever. And then I have continually forgotten to replace that lung. So let's go ahead and actually do the lung surgery. So that is a right lung install. And we'll use industrial meds. So once the hospital room is set, we'll do that. And in fact, I'm going to wait on that because Klein is one of our co-pilots. So having Klein make a pilot assistant allows me to combine those two surgeries. So we'll do the surgery for the co-pilot at the same time as the new long. I think there's good synergy in that. Come on, finish the carpets. I'm only going to really carpet up the core of the ship because the edges of the ship are likely to change. I don't think we really have done anything in the way of chem fuel, though. Is that because... Okay, I'm going to have Glitch help Tweak with crop tending. So that we have more people working on the dyes, so that we can get the ship looking correct and get moving up to the next zone sooner. Raw meat outside the fridge? Yep, I see that it is filled up. One thing I was going to do, because I know we're over-hunting, is we can hunt really, really, really quickly. So I was going to make chem fuel out of organics, out of meat, until we don't have meat spilling out. Did you finish the pilot assistant? You have. Okay, so it is time for you to get a lung and a brain pilot assistant at the same time. And Glitch, your surgery success chance? 98%. Regardless, I still end up like feeling like I need to hold my breath every time. At this point, I think it's probably more meat dense to not butcher anymore. And just to have a bunch of corpses ready for the butchery. So I'll do that as well. So now, Klein has a lung and a pilot assistant. Perfect. Don't worry, the chem fuel from organics, I will turn off once I see the meat depleted. I won't be leaving that forever. But apparently we need to process it quicker, because it is rotting. Probably don't need the components. We're sitting at about 80. Oh, no. I think I'm going to defend the ship. I don't really want to leave yet. They have mostly close-quarter weapons, and I'm not all that concerned about that as a result. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks, but guns and shields. Hey, don't throw frag grenades at me, though. You must be on go juice, yeah. They just ignored, like, an incredible amount of DPS. All right, we're already half depleted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here so that the turrets have threat. You know what? Let's do a hot launch. As long as we have, I'm gonna, like, abduct some of them. Because they are now punching through. We might depressurize a little bit. But, like, I've always wanted... Oh, hold off because they're in? I see. Back up. Ruinloth, step forward. You have armor. And we'll clear them out. Alright. Can we launch now? I think we can. Hot launch. Okay. Let's go. I like how I'm, like, abducting them. It's like, yep, you're coming with me. Sorry, Ancient Danger. But we were in greater danger. Is there a way to boost the shield HP? Getting a second one? But that's it. It doesn't have a quality modifier, so you can't find, like, a legendary. Unlike a shield belt. Alright, is there another Ancient Danger here? There is! Well, perfect. Waste not, want not. And so that you know that I'm doing it, I will park on it. Well, Wily and Kitten, how do you feel about being abducted from your raid group? You are an undergrounder psychopath, and you hurt Puig. So in hurting Puig, and then you are... You both suck. So we'll deal with you... Actually, you know what? No one needs to see you die. Everyone, stay inside the ship for now. Klein, carry Wily out. Again, I decide what a war crime is, and I've decided that these guys committed war crimes. You are not assigned to construction. Let's fix that. Nothing happened. Alright, hiding the bodies. Yeah, once they started throwing, like, frag grenades at my ship, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Alright. Unrestricted. So we have a little bit of, like, fixing stuff up and cleaning stuff up, but otherwise we're fine. And look at that, a whole new subset of animals to harvest. So Puig needs a little bit of medical tending, as does Turtle. I don't know why they didn't just immediately jump into being tended. And then I'm going to have Klein focus on smithing over over construction. So the plan is, once Puig is recovered, I'll go into the Ancient Danger. I don't think we really need to crack into that before we have a brawler who's fully healthy. Alright, checking ores. No ores here. Got it. So there's, like, compacted steel, but that's about it. We need to redo the paint job. Every time I hop, we'll need to redo it. So I'm not going to bother doing it until we have dyes, and I don't think I have any dyes right now. I don't have any dyes, so yeah, there's no point in queuing up the paint. Let's do a trade, though. The longer we wait, the more difficult it's going to be to execute a trade like this, so... I'm also going to bring the vac suits. I know I could smelt them down for chem fuel, or for plasteel rather, but like, I'd rather just sell them. And then I'll load the person in last. Starvation. Why would that be? I didn't force you to hunt. That was weird. Yeah, whatever. Oh, right. When you hop, all the things that should be off turn back on. Plus, we ran out of chem fuel for that. Got it. So, let's fix our power outage. There's actually chem fuel sitting on the ground that they haven't even basic hauled. Guys, come on. Why do I have flickering power? Am I really using more than 3,300 watts? I guess I am, but it's surprising. Is anyone even loading this stuff up? They really aren't. Why did all of my colonists decide to be, like, incredibly inefficient? Like, all of them just agreed on some sort of, like, work slowdown. I checked for disconnected networks. It was just, we're using a lot of power. No biggie. I did leave behind a floodlight, but I think I'll survive without that. Now that we don't have meat overflowing, this will be the last batch of organics to chem fuel, and then we'll do wood to chem fuel. So Puig, let's get you cutting the trees around here, and then Glitch, you're back to research as top priority. The other pilot assistant is done. I would like to implant that in Glitch. I think what I'm going to do is do that implant now, because Turtle and Puig are partially out of commission. So if I might as well just have Glitch also be out of commission for the same duration. And then when he is no longer under anesthesia, they should be recovered enough to clear the ancient danger. I think. There we go. Load it up. Let's go. So our two pilots now have pilot assistance, so that's 90% better piloting from them. And if you're wondering, the cooldown timer for the pilot console has been really, really quick because of how just, like, souped up our ship is. It is pretty souped up. Yeah, I'm putting basically everything that we can sell in here. I am keeping some things for, like, mental break risk mitigation. And I don't know how much exact meat storage we have, but let's say we have 1,400. So I'll butcher creature until we have 1,400 meat. And I think that will keep us, like, stockpiling corpses proper or something. We'll see. I think this is loaded enough. I'm gonna send. Launch. Missing a vac suit, not a big deal. So, trade with Tanaja. We're already there. I am not looking to buy a slave. So the first thing I want to do is to gift them some things as an apology for parking too close to them. So, in fact, I might just gift everything. I think I prioritize having friends at the moment, because I can always call in favors. And then we have 2,200 silver, which I can use... And a Sandy Lance would be really nice, and then maybe a shooting trainer? I think that's a pretty good use of the money. The shuttle has a cooldown, but it's like, it will be ready to go in less than an hour. And then it'll fly back, and we can always make another trade again. So once we launch, we click on the map tile, and we choose where to park. It arrives, and then I can say, unload all. As far as who benefits from the shooting trainer, Glitch would, Klein would, Turtle. I'm going to give it to Turtle. He's using a gun that has inherent inaccuracies, so I think having him have higher level shooting would be best. How much was the Archeye? Almost 4,000. Way outside our price point, in other words. Okay, I'm going to reduce this to 1,300 meat, and that should strike a nice balance. Which means it looks like we shouldn't hunt anymore, because freezer's full. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Grav Runners.